Happy birthday to you on your birthday. It's your fucking birthday.
Yeah. It gets like. He was like, he's like, but okay. But green. Like, you got it.
I think I like how your body feels next to me. Oh, baby, when you're kissing me. Oh, baby, when you're loving me. I can't describe what I want to do to you tonight. Oh, baby, when you come to me, I'll make it so you never leave. Can you walk with me? Oh, baby, stop with me, take it to the top of me. I just wanna love you, baby. Always thinking of loving you, baby. Can you roll with me? Oh, baby, roll with me. I just wanna love you, baby. Always thinking of loving you, baby. I don't know if I can handle you as just a man. Oh, baby, I can't pretend. Oh, baby, I'm so foreign.
Hi friends, we were supposed to go on a helicopter tour tonight. I lied, today. But when we got here, it's like super cloudy and gray. And so not only will we not be able to see anything, we also won't, it doesn't feel safe for us, so we're not doing it anymore. So now we're eating at McDonald's in Brazil. So we're getting a review.
Hi, we're here in the McDonald's in Brazil. I got a cheeseburger,
Nice.
fries, and ketchup. Haven't tried the cheeseburger yet, but this ketchup slaps.
I can attest to that. And I got nuggets and fries and a Sprite. Fries are top tier as we speak. And we'll come back after we finish our meal to tell you how it is.
Guys, look at this bun. Look at that bun. Perfect, golden, plump
Yep.
bun.
Oh yeah.
That meat looks a little questionable, but it's McDonald's. We knew that was gonna happen.
What can you do?
What can you do?
Thought of McDonald's.
Super yummy, the sandwich, crispy McChicken, some shit, it slaps.
Period. Thoughts of McDonald's.
It tastes the same, but the soda's great.
Okay. It was calm. Tastes the same. Extra salty fries, and the soda is more limey than Spritey, but it was good.
But I don't mind as long as I could have you in my life. Oh, baby, I'm satisfied. Even if you're not just mine. Can you walk with me? Oh, baby, walk with me.
Excuse the mess of my room, but look at my friends.
Hi.
Purr. And purr. Nordy purr.
Howdy.
Wait. This came out. And purr.
Yes.
Yes!
You look so pretty. Thank you.
It was a video. Cheers! Wait, actually, ready? Cheers! Saúde! Yours looks good. Steak.
Can I get one?
Wait, do the kiss again.
Nice fit.
Do the kiss again. Yeah, she's so cute.
It's for the vlogging. What thingy?
That's not spoilers.
SpongeBob.
Hi. Look at my coconut.
I'll come back to your coconut.
Do you remember
Here you go.
we fell in love? We were young and innocent then. Do you remember how it all began? It just seemed like heaven, so I did it. Do you remember? I bet you be back and forth. I bet you be again. I bet you're all day long. Do you remember? I bet you be us holding hands. remember back in the spring? Every morning, birds would sing. Do you remember those special times? The dust go on and on in the back of my mind. Oh,
I think over it.
when we first met, girl.
It's a vloggy.
It's a long.
It's a vlog of all of you. Three heads. Three heads. Three heads. Oh, yeah.
You see the weak bone? That's that West African.
Okay. Hi friends. So I'm back from my trip and I had honestly a time and a half. I was so happy because Rio has been on my bucket list forever. Like it's been somewhere I've always wanted to visit. So the fact that I was able to visit it for my 26th birthday meant so much. The fact that my friends, those who were able to come, came and had so much fun with me, and the fact that I was able to take my little sister on her first like big international trip meant the world for me. So I had a great birthday, y'all. Like I really did. But on the days coming back, I've really had time to just kind of like reflect on like what I've learned in this last year and like things I kind of want to take with me into this next coming year. And so I just figured I'd share some of that with you. So something that's come to my attention in this last year that's really come to the forefront, I feel like, of my day-to-day is just my tendency to hyperfixate. I do this a lot. If you ask my friends, like I do it with any new thing that I find interesting. I'm like, I zone in for like a 2-month span. Like it'll just be all about that thing, and it's not a bad thing because it's worked out for me in this past year because it's brought me back to certain passions or interests that I've had and allowed me to delve into them like full throttle. But doing that, I always end up hitting like a burnout space, or like I kind of like get distracted and pivot to something else. I kind of hit like a block. This always happens when it comes to the things I hyperfixate on. So I've been trying to get to the bottom of like where this stems from. I honestly have like an idea. Like I think it could be ADHD. It's something that runs in my family. I've spoken to my parents about it and they're like, low key, like it could be that. So just trying to figure out a way to like manage it and have grace with myself as I manage it, or like learning how to not be super hard on myself once I come out of like the space. Because usually what will happen is like I'll be in the space, feel really motivated, and then I'll just like stop and feel like, oh my god, like I dropped the ball on this, and I'm like really hard on myself. So learning to have like grace with myself when I'm in that space and learning how to best manage it, because this is just a new realization for me, or like a new acknowledgement. I knew I did it, but like now I'm like paying attention to it and seeing like the true extent that it happens for me. So just learning how to manage it and having grace with myself, I feel like has been a big part of this past year, and I'm just intrigued to see how I will continue to manage it, you know, moving forward. Well, looking back on the past year, I've also noticed that a lot of doubts and insecurities that come up for me, or when I think about the root of them, they tend to stem from past relationships, past people, just things from my past, and they come up, and I'm sure that I feel like it's just like how that works. Like all of our doubts and insecurities come from like something, and most times it stems from the past. But whereas before, or like I guess even closer to the beginning of last year, I was attaching myself to those doubts and insecurities and being like, oh my god, like I'm still in this space, I have so much more inner work to do, and like being really hard on myself when I realize these things. But then I don't know, recently I was talking to Vanessa about this when I came to this realization. Like I noticed that once I acknowledge that these doubts and insecurities are coming from a past space, instead of like getting on myself about it, I just remind myself that I'm just not in the space that I was in back then. I'm not surrounded by the people that I was surrounded by back then. I've been very intentional about the people that I keep around me, the people that I want around me. And they're people that just have my best interest at heart. They see my light, they value me, they want the best for me, they support me, uplift me, they check me when I need to be checked. Like I'm surrounded by really solid people. And so when those doubts and insecurities come up, I've learned, or I'm learning to remind myself that they don't and they shouldn't hold the same weight anymore. And over time they are starting to hold less and less weight for me, I'm noticing, because I'm able to kind of like check myself when I realize what's happening a lot quicker than I used to. So it's okay for me to have these feelings, and it's okay for these things to come up, because that's just life. But again, like this past year, I've really been better at reminding myself to feel them when they come, but just like allow them to pass. Don't linger in them, don't sit in them, don't dwell on them more than I need to, because they just don't define me or determine what I am or am not capable of doing or achieving. So that's been a big like realization, I feel like, and that's something that I guess I'm proud to realize I've been working through this past year. And piggybacking off of the last point, this year really highlighted for me the imposter syndrome that I feel within my friendships sometimes, and I've been working really hard this year to push back against the urge I have sometimes to pull back from my friendships out of fear of rejection or judgment or whatever. Not things that they actually do or make me feel, but just like, I guess it's also just things coming back from like my past. Like I've been having to honestly force myself to allow my friends to show up for me, because I know that they can and I know that they want to, but sometimes I have the urge, and I do have the habit of like trying to figure things out myself, trying to like heal on my own and work through things on my own, but I don't always have to because they are there for me. So this past year has really like pushed me to lean on my friends because they are there, to release some of my stress and my anxiety onto them because they are willing to carry it for me sometimes, the same way that I'm always willing to carry it for them. So it's just, I've been actively working on communicating with them and like sharing with them when I'm going into that space, or trying to. And just allow them the chance to show it for me the way that I do for them. I've been feeling a lot more safe and secure in my friendships because of this. So that I'm really grateful for. I also think all of this kind of like relearning and kind of like redirecting my usual like instincts to a more healthy set of habits has really allowed me to really tap into my body and my spirit in a way that I haven't been able to before. I feel so much more in tune with my intuition and with my spirit, and just like coming to trust it and really allowing it to really guide me and lead me. I've been really learning to tap into my body and lead with that before kind of anything else. And I feel like this really helped a lot in like my reflections and in like the doubts and insecurities I work through and the fears that I'm still working through. I feel like that's helped in determining like what's actually happening, like what's real versus kind of like the after effect of a spiraling thought, if that makes sense. I am most proud of how much I've come back to myself in this last year, how much I'm like learning how to trust and depend on my intuition, because honestly, just throughout life, building that sense of trust with your intuition, with yourself, is one of, if not the most important relationship or bond that one can have. If you can't trust yourself, who can you trust? You know what I mean? So yeah, this past year I didn't have to, but I chose to really learn to trust my instinct and my gut, and trust in my decisions, trust in myself. And I feel like that's played a really big part in where I am mentally today. And that doesn't mean that I don't go and like use my community as a sounding board when I need to, but I just don't use them anymore to decide on like the big things for me. Little shit like what should I eat doesn't count, but like when bigger things that really have to do with like the next direction of my life or like things like that, like I tap into me first and I ask myself that question first before I go to anyone else. And I feel like that's really helped me build a deep sense of trust with my intuition and my spirit. So that I'm really, really proud of. Yeah. So yeah, 25 was a solid year, I feel like, and 26 is only going to be better. I'm only going to feel more blessed. I'm really excited for the love that I feel coming into my life. I'm really excited for the abundance I feel coming into my life, the new experiences. I'm just excited for each new day that I wake up, honestly. I feel very, very grateful for the life that I'm blessed to live. I feel really grateful for the people that I'm surrounded by, for my home, my mind, and my mindset, and the state of my mind that I'm in right now. I just feel very, very grateful. And I'm just excited to see what this new year brings. I have so many things I want to talk to you guys about, but I can't talk about it yet because I can't. But as soon as I can, we're gonna have some talks hopefully soon. So I love you guys. You guys know this. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next vloggy. Bye.